This is the electron ELO, a minute portion of matter, in fact, the smallest particle in an atom. At the Max 4 laboratory, ELO is a superhero, with a top speed close to that of light, almost 1 billion kilometers per hour. Imagine something very small and invisible to the naked eye, and yet something we still want to examine more closely, but for that we need a microscope. With a normal microscope, we can only see things larger than 1 micrometer, a millionth of a meter. Now imagine if we could see something as small as a nanometer, a billionth of a meter. It would open up totally new possibilities for examining and developing materials that we use every day. This is Max 4, ELO's home, a synchrotron X-ray laboratory. Max 4 is like a gigantic super microscope, 528 meters in circumference, greater in size by 1 meter than the Colosseum in Rome. At Max 4, ELO and the other electrons create incredibly intense synchrotron light. And when this takes place, a totally new world opens up. Suddenly we're able to see things smaller than a nanometer and what atoms actually do within materials. So unlike astronauts who look at large things far away, you could say that at Max 4, we are intronauts. We look really closely at incredibly small things. ELO and her colleagues start their journey in an electron gun. And there they gather speed along a 300-meter-long linear accelerator, where they soon reach nearly the speed of light. The electrons are then led into 2 storage rings where ELO travels round and round, circuit after circuit. Within 12 hours, it has traveled a distance twice as far as that between Earth and Pluto. With the help of a magnetic field, ELO is made to change course. It then emits a ray of light in the direction of its path. This ray of light is as thin as a strand of hair, and it is this thin ray of light that is totally unique for Max 4. The thinner the ray of light, the better the quality. The light is then led along a beam line, where a particular wavelength of light is selected, from infrared to X-ray. At the end of the beam line in the experiment station is the test sample which we want to examine. This could be a fossil telling us how a particular animal developed, or it could be a skin cream made from quinoa or plastic from wheat, or something contributing to more environmentally friendly fuels of the future. We can also find out much more about ourselves as well as all other living things, such as proteins and viruses, and from this develop new drugs and medication. All thanks to ELO. Not bad for a particle that weighs about 1 billionth of a billionth of a billionth of a gram. Light for seeing, examining, and developing the world. That is what the Max 4 laboratory is all about.